Well, everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Dum 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 dum. How's that for some dramatic music and satire? If you don't like what I have to say, well, that just means you don't like my sense of humor. So you can go to hell. Go to another channel, leave now. I'm allowed to say things that I think are funny, even if you don't agree. You don't have to believe me. I'm not a source of truth. This is just satire. So let's sit back. Let's have a little talk. Let's discuss what's really going on out there. You got two choices. Two choices. Because we're in SHTF. We're in, folks, WWII. We're in World War II, no, 3. Let's just add one more, but I got two choices for you. What are these choices? Well, it's time to fight. You got no choice. Well, you have a choice on what weapons are going to be used. Words or the Second Amendment. Now, a lot of people love to say, man, you can pry it from my cold dead fingers. Or you can do anything you want up to the point of trying to take my guns, and then it's on. Let me try and put it to you like this. Let's think about this. Imagine how upset you would be if we were being invaded by the Russians. They're rolling in tanks into your town, and you don't know about it because the press has been silenced. The internet has been silenced. Text messaging has been silenced. Social media has been silenced. Now, in the early 90s, for the people in Iraq, that's exactly what happened. Yep, Saddam Hussein, he cut off all communications, and Baghdad Bob and the propaganda machine told the people of Iraq lies, all the way up to the point that U.S. tanks and Marines and Army were rolling into Baghdad. Literally rolling in, and then, folks, the people were like, hey, you were lying to us, saying that we were kicking their butt. That's right, they were saying they were kicking the Americans' butts. Pure lies, folks, coming from the government. So don't expect, folks, to be happy when you find out that lies have consequences. Big consequences, drastic consequences. So, you're in your pajamas sipping a cup of coffee, and here comes some fucking Soviet or Russian Spetsnaz, right? You're not going to be happy. People are going to die. You can't have the First Amendment without the Second, or the Second without the First. You've got to have them both. Now, right at this moment, they're losing the Second Amendment battle. The anti-gun, the anti-freedom people, they're losing that battle. So they're going after the First Amendment fast and hard. Even loser Turtles Mitch McConnell, Senate minority leader, right? He's the Republican leader. They're going to use that term, which is just disgusting to describe him. He says Tucker was wrong to release his information. Wrong. Well, I tell you what, part of being free is being able to choose to be right or wrong with regard to information, with regard to investing, with regard to everything except, short of breaking a law. How many things has Mitch McConnell done that are wrong? And we'll never hear about because he keeps it secret. His little business deals in China that he does. How about his little business deals over in Ukraine? You'll never know. We're not allowed to know whether he does things that are right or wrong. We're never going to know, folks. But if you don't start standing up, you and I put this on me as well. If you don't fight with your words, soon enough you'll be fighting with your weapons. They are coming after us so fast right now. They truly want to weaponize words and criminalize free speech. You see, that's the deal. It's not that free speech is bad. It's just if they say there's no more free speech, what does that leave us with? Well, censored speech, authorized speech, right? That's right. Controlled speech and criminal speech. You see, if it's not legal to do by your choice, then it's compulsory. If they can say you're not allowed to say something, folks, then they can demand that you say something they want you to say. That's right, you lose free speech, you may as well lose the right against self-incrimination. You could be forced to confess. Confess your sins on pain of death. Why not? Why not get rid of cruel and unusual punishment? Hell, it's just a stupid piece of paper in the Bill of Rights. Am I right? That's right, let's get rid of that. They can inflict punishment on you that is unusual, that is cruel, that is ridiculous, that is overdone. Why would you deserve protection against that? Free speech, folks. They're coming after it. Tucker Carlson is an amazing example. One man out there is trying to, well, put out video facts. Well, the problem is those video facts go against the government narrative, against the lies of McConnell and lies, of course, of Biden and everyone else. The media's lies. It's going against their lies. It's exposing their lies. In the war of words, that is a major battlefront. It is the front lines. Who else is on the front line with them? Well, the venerable Elon Musk. Elon Musk is getting hit right now, big time. Biden is trying to silence him. The FCC wants to talk to him about free speech. Isn't this incredible? It's no longer, how dare you try and censor someone? It's, how dare you let someone else speak? That's the difference, folks. It's not, how dare you try and silence me? I have my free speech, man. I got my First Amendment. That's what the hippies said. That's what the left-wing socialists said until they got power. And then they're like, you don't have free speech. It's dangerous. You can't say what you want. If you can't warn people about what's happening, they can't get prepared. If they can't get prepared, if they aren't aware, then guess what? The enemy or your doom can sneak up on you real easy. A lot of people don't realize the financial trouble we're in, the military trouble we're in, the economic trouble we're in as a nation, the cultural trouble we're in, all of these. And it's only free speech, folks, that allows us to know so we can get prepared with our weapons. They want to criminalize free speech, folks. They're going so fast and hard. They're doing decades of work in weeks trying to do this. This is where you join the fight or we all go down together. So I implore you, write, text, call, message on the internet. It makes it so much simpler than having to write a letter, stick it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, put it in the mail, and wonder if it's going to get there in the next year because of the Postal Service. It's instantaneous. It's instantaneous. Just write your senators, write your congressmen, write all congressmen, do your job. Obey your oath. Respect and obey the Constitution. Or else. Signed, me. That's all you got to do. You don't have to be eloquent. You don't have to have the gift of loquacity. I think I just made up a word. You don't need any of that. Just be blunt and to the point. No threats of violence. No need to be angry. Just tell them what to do. Tell them what you expect. And soon enough, and it's starting to look like it's going to be sooner rather than much, much later, there will be exchanges of high-speed opinion. Now I stop and think. I've been doing this, I'm in my 10th year. Prepared Mind Broadcasting, speaking to the world, America and the world at large, telling them your rights are under attack. You need to get prepared. Have food, have water, have medicine, have guns, etc., etc. How many millions of people have I touched? With one video alone, I've touched over 1 million people. With 1 million, one vote, one video, millions of people. I don't even know what the number is anymore. YouTube used to keep track of it. I had, last time I looked, and this was years ago, I had over 20 million hours of this show watched. 20 million hours. Hours, folks, not seconds, not minutes. Hours. 20 million hours. That's a lot of hours of a lot of people watching and listening to an opinion that the government doesn't like. And I'm just a little guy. But I'm very proud of the fact that I've spoken to so many people for so long and had a profound effect, in my opinion, on a small percentage of the population. The president does not like that. Congress does not like that. And I don't give a shit what they like or approve of. Because what I want is freedom and liberty for everyone. What I want is people to be safe in their own homes, in their own country. Safe from being assaulted, safe from being violated. I want the children to be safe, all snuggled in their beds. This is our country, folks, not the government's country. There's a big difference between the two. When the people have liberty, right, you hear them rejoice. When there is tyranny, you hear silence from the people. That's right, folks. When there's tyranny, you get zero from the people because tyrants silence opposition. And anyone who dares to speak up is assaulted by the government. That is coming unless you fight back now. And they leave you no choice but to drag out old Betsy, dust her off, and slide a couple of cartucci's in it. That's where we're heading. It's literally what they want to happen, and they're going to push for it. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind. It is yours. This is your country. No fancy graphics this video, no fun little jokes, just gritty, hardcore. Are you prepared? You got two choices: words, or go dig in the closet and pull out your weapons. Everyone knows, the government knows, historians know, the police know that this is what it'll end up coming down to at some point. It always does. All human history has humans in conflict with each other using their preferred weapons. It always happens when corrupt government becomes immoral. Every single time, folks. Go back in history. Every single time. It is corrupt government that destroys empires. And the people end up having to fight for their lives. We're not going to be there tomorrow, folks. Probably not the next day, but soon enough. So start fighting now. Get used to opposing your enemy. How are you going to oppose them with weapons if you can't oppose them with words? Right? You need to be prepared. You need to be fully prepared. And that includes your plan. God bless America. Semper Fi.